Back in February of 2026, the entire world of AI just got completely turned on its head. A new video generator launched that was so powerful, so controversial, it kicked off a global firestorm. Today, we're going to break down the whole Seedance 2.0 revolution. Unauthorized use of US copyrighted works on a massive scale. Wow. Okay, so those are the words from the head of the Motion Picture Association, literally days after Seedance 2.0 dropped. You can tell this wasn't just another product launch. For Hollywood, this was a declaration of war. So that's the big question, right? What is this thing? What's this AI tool that has the biggest names in entertainment ready to go to battle? We're going to get into it, what it is, how it works, and why it caused such an immediate, explosive backlash. All right, let's start at the very beginning. On February 10th, 2026, ByteDance, yep, the same company behind TikTok, unleashed Seedance 2.0. And look, this wasn't just some minor update. It was a genuine quantum leap in AI video generation that put the entire industry on notice, like overnight. So what made it such a big deal? Well, for starters, it could pump out high-res 2K video with perfectly synced audio, and it let you use this crazy mix of inputs that no one had really seen before. ByteDance claimed a staggering 90% plus usability rate on the first try, which in this space is just unheard of. But all that power came with big problems, immediate legal threats, and a pretty serious privacy scandal over a voice cloning feature they had to shut down almost instantly. So, how in the world does it actually do all of this? Let's pop the hood and get into the mechanics of what makes Seedance 2.0 so different from everything that came before it. Okay, the secret sauce here is this concept called quad modal input. It sounds fancy, but it's pretty simple. Before Seedance, you could use text and, maybe an image to guide an AI. This tool lets you throw text, images, video clips, and audio files into the mix, all at the exact same time. It gives you this absolutely incredible level of creative control. And how do you manage all those different inputs? With this brilliant little thing called the @tagging system. I want you to think of yourself as a film director, okay? You can upload up to 12 different files, images, clips, audio, and then you just tell the AI what to do. You can say, hey, use @image1 for the main character's face, use @video1 for that specific camera movement, and use @audio1 for the beat and the rhythm of the whole scene. It's a level of control that frankly just didn't exist before this. Now, of course, Seedance didn't just launch into an empty field. No way. It landed smack in the middle of a fierce arms race for who's going to be king of AI video. So the question is, how does it actually stack up against the competition? So when you look at the other big players, you see these really clear trade-offs, right? OpenAI's Sora 2 is incredible at realistic physics. Google's Veo has, by far, the best audio quality. Kling can give you native 4K. But then you look at that price column. Seedance is just dramatically cheaper than the high-end stuff from Google and OpenAI, and it's the only one with that super unique multi-file control. In this slide, this really boils it all down. You can see this clear split in the market. On one side, you've got Seedance and Kling with its free option, really targeting individual creators, the mass market. And on the other side, you have Sora and Veo with these pretty hefty price tags aimed squarely at professional studios and big companies. And this number, this 90%, that's an absolute game changer. A 90% usable output rate means you're wasting way less time and money generating clips that just don't work. When you combine that kind of efficiency with a low monthly price, Seedance becomes, you could argue, the most cost-effective tool on the market, period. But you knew there was a but, right? All of that power comes with a price. The technology's launch didn't just disrupt the market, it triggered a full-blown legal and ethical crisis. Now, to really get why the reaction was so intense, you have to know that the legal battlefield was already packed. I mean, before Seedance even showed up, there were already over 50 major copyright lawsuits filed against AI companies over their training data. The whole industry was basically a tinderbox, and Seedance was the match. And then there was this. On launch day, a reviewer found out the tool could clone his voice perfectly just from a photo of his face. No audio needed. It was a genuinely shocking demonstration of the deep fake risk we're all worried about, and ByteDance had to pull the feature immediately. It just showed how far ahead the tech is from any of our ethical guardrails. So in response to this whole new wave of tech, you've got lawmakers just scrambling. We've seen this flurry of new laws, like the Take It Down Act and the Defiance Act in the US, and the EU AI Act is right around the corner. They're all trying to build the fence around a horse that's already left the barn, trying to regulate a technology that's evolving way faster than anyone can write laws for. Okay, so let's pull the camera back for a second and look at the really big picture here. Why does any of this matter outside of the tech world or Hollywood? Well, because this technology is already fundamentally reshaping massive industries. And this isn't some future prediction. This is happening as we speak. 57% of online video ads right now are already being made with AI. It's cheaper, it's faster, and it has very quickly become the dominant force in the entire digital marketing world. And the impact on filmmaking is just as dramatic. Remember that whole declaration of war thing? Well, those same studios are now reporting efficiency gains of 80 to 90% in visual effects by using these tools. Work that used to take months is now getting done in days. And it isn't just about replacing boring tasks, it's evolving the actual creative jobs. The VFX supervisor of tomorrow might not be managing huge teams, but acting more like a master prompter, guiding the AI to get the perfect artistic shot. And if you really want to understand the scale of all this, just look at the money. ByteDance is planning to spend $22 billion on AI in 2026 alone. This isn't just about some cool video app. This is a massive, strategic, and even geopolitical push to completely dominate the next generation of media and technology. So the tools for a whole new generation of creators, they're here. They're incredibly powerful, and they are changing everything from ads to movies. But the legal and ethical rulebook for how to use them, it's still being written. The technology is out there in the wild, but the huge question of who gets to write the rules and how they'll ever enforce them remains completely up in the air.